Why do we keep finding weird new species? It seems like every time paleontologists think they've got a good handle on an ancient ecosystem, a new fossil discovery comes along and shakes things up. Take this strange little creature that looks like a cross between a beetle and a seahorse. It's called a iridodeck beetle. And for years, scientists couldn't figure out what it was or how to classify it. But a recent study finally brought some answers. Iridodecs lived in the shallow seas around Western Australia about 165 million years ago. Its fossils were first discovered in 1981, but we're only now figuring out what they actually are. And that's not surprising when you consider how many weird prehistoric animals there are. There are over 400,000 described species of fossil, but it's estimated that there could be millions more that we haven't even found yet. What's more, new technologies are constantly making headlines with exciting discoveries. Just last year, researchers used advanced imaging techniques to reveal a baby dinosaur hiding inside its fossilized egg. So why do we keep finding weird new species? We spoke to some experts to find out. Well, part of the reason is that fossils are just plain rare. Even in areas that were once rich in prehistoric life, like the Badlands of Utah's Green River Formation, most of the time, only a tiny fraction of an ecosystem's S members get preserved in the fossil record. Most of the time, only the occasional fish or insect gets trapped in a particularly favorable environment, like a lake, swamp, or river. And those are the lucky ones because the vast majority of creatures that ever lived never fossilized at all. So any snapshot of the past is going to be incomplete. And that means we're always going to be finding new species that help fill in the gaps. But there's another reason why our picture of the past is constantly changing. It's that we tend to see ancient life through a modern lens. When early paleontologists uncovered fossils of strange beasts like Ankylosaurus and Smilodon, they placed them in categories that made sense to them. Ankylosaurus was a reptile, right? Because it kind of looked like a lizard. And Smilodon was a cat, right? Because it kind of looked like a saber-toothed tiger. These days, we know that's not quite right. Ankylosaurus was actually more closely related to mammals than reptiles, while Smilodon was more closely related to cows than cats. That is, it was a type of cat-sized proto-bison. So the reason we keep finding weird new species is that we constantly redefining what we mean by species. As we learn more about genetics and evolution, we can compare the anatomy of ancient creatures in new ways. This has led to some surprising discoveries. For instance, thanks to new technologies, scientists have been able to extract ancient DNA from fossils and compare it to DNA from living creatures. This has helped research discover that fungi were likely the first animals to colonize land, not plants, as was previously believed. So there are lots of reasons why we keep finding weird new species. Sometimes it's because we're uncovering fossils from environments that were truly unusual, like the bizarre beasts of the Green River Formation. Sometimes it's because we're relearning how to spot subtle features in the fossil record that tell us how creatures are related. And sometimes it's because we're reusing powerful new tools to extract ancient DNA and compare it to genetic information from living creatures. Whatever the reason, scientists are constantly shedding new light on the weird and wonderful animals that once roamed our planet. And who knows what the future will bring. Maybe one day we'll find so many new species that we'll need to completely re-envision our understanding of the history of life on Earth. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want more qualitative content. See you next time.